Thanks for staying with us this morning. We're at Paragon in Silver Lake. We're joined by Eric Osterhaus. First of all, I have to apologize for my voice. Eric's going to do most of the talking, and he knows that already, so I've kind of got a little cold. So thanks for joining us. Eric, thanks for joining us this morning. September 30th crop report came out. Big news, not so big news?
Well, always the quarterly stocks report is an important report for everybody, and I know everybody was looking forward to seeing the news here, and overall the news was really generally friendly. First, looking at corn, the expectation out there was that we would see 1.739 billion bushels as our carryout. We actually came in a little bit under that at 1.731, so again a friendly number, not dramatically so, but friendly. Moving on to soybeans, we were expecting 205 million bushels and we came in at 191, so again a generally friendly number. And that theme continued on with the wheat, expecting 2.149 million bushels as our carryout worldwide, and we came in at 2.089. So again, overall, everything in the report was friendly. Now, the reaction of the market today was friendly in beans and immediately in corn, or pardon me, in wheat. Corn was a little muted, and again, that may have something to do with harvest pressure as well, but generally speaking, is better news than getting the bearish news at this time going into harvest.
Yeah, and if you looked at the markets early this morning, everything was up. Report came out, corn kind of took a beating early on before the market closed. Yes,
that's exactly what happened. Obviously, there was some expectation. We talk a lot about some of the news already being priced in, and I think you can look at the news that did come out, even though it was friendly, and again, we want to see that sort of news, it really left little to add to the overall risk that was out there in the market, and I think some of that news was generally discounted. I think from this point moving forward, all eyes are going to turn to harvest progress and the actual results that we're starting to see out there in the field, as well as we will be looking at global weather, especially with wheat. There are some concerns in Australia and Russia and some other areas in regards to wheat planting. I think that will be more of the trade that you'll see there in the wheat market, as well as we do have another USDA report, our normal monthly supply and demand report coming up on October the 9th.
Some of the other numbers were adjusted for 2014 and 2015 as well.
Yes, that is right. They did adjust number one in soybean production for 2014. They did revise our production down slightly from 3.934 down to 3.927 billion bushels. So again, a little bit of a friendly number. I don't know that was terribly unexpected, but again, a friendly number. It is helpful. Wheat, they did also adjust their 2015 production estimates, and they did lower us from 2.133 billion bushels down to 2.052. So again, a little more friendly news to go along with the wheat. And the wheat, especially if you look at over the last 60 days, that market's had nothing but a steady diet of bearish news, and we have managed to hold, at least with the December Kansas City prices, roughly where we were 2 months ago.
Perfect. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about what you should be thinking about over the next 60 to 90 days. You're watching Kansas Ag Report. Please stay tuned.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. Your stem cells, your health, your life. Farmers Insurance, your best protection against the unexpected. Call Agent Dan Key at 785-408-5459. Grass and Grain, online or in the mail, keeping Kansas farmers informed for over 60 years. GrassandGrain.com. Blue River Traders, the finest selection of Western-style furniture for your home. BlueRiverTraders.com.
Thanks for staying with us. We're at Paragon, and we're joined by Eric Osterhaus. Eric, again, thanks for being with us this morning. We're talking about the September 30th quarterly stocks report. And Eric, over the next 60 to 90 days, what should a producer be thinking about as they're pulling grain out of the field, either putting it on farm or taking it to town?
Well, first with corn, I think we have to factor in two things, futures and basis. And let's just talk about basis first. Is normally what we see during this time of the year is basis typically widens between now and into at least the middle part of December. And normally someone can expect at that last part of December, the folks that were going to sell their corn have sold their corn, and the remaining people, we're not selling no matter what price does. And so the normal thought process being, if you hold that corn for a little bit into the end of the year, you might see a basis bump as the end users out there have to sweeten the pot, so to speak, on basis. The only difference with this year is the last 4 or 5 years, producers have been a little flusher with better prices, so they could afford to be a little tougher and waiting for that hopeful basis improvement. I don't know that there's many people that are in that sort of position this year, so we may not see that normal basis improvement at the end of the year. And that's one consideration. In regards to futures prices, there's still the possibility with another generally friendly report here, if we could get some other macroeconomic news, maybe some fun activity, to see our futures prices pulling up as well. Now, once we hit around 410, 420 futures price for December, I think that puts us somewhere around $4 or north of $4 in a lot of the Corn Belt in regards to cash price. I think that attracts a lot of selling. So that initial run up, if we happen to see that run up, I do think gets sold pretty quickly. Beans, on the other hand, it's a little bit different of a story. They look like there still is some downside there yet that could have with beans. We're generally hearing better yields on beans going forward. This was a little friendly report, but not overly friendly. Seems like there's a lot of resistance above in that 9 to 9.10 on November futures. Going to be a little tougher.
Perfect. Watching Kansas Ag Report. Please stay tuned.